There's one way back in the stuff. That fish hit about the time it hit the water. Gotta keep them coming through all them pads. I don't think it's even that big. Maybe a 2 or 3 pounder. We'll see here in a second. Not even that big. Whew, wrestled them out of there. If it had been a big one, it might have been a little bit tough getting that one out. The reason this bait's so good right here during the spawn and around the spawn is you got some fish that are up here moving up to spawn. Those fish are liable to bite it because they're hungry, they're aggressive, they're getting ready to go on bed. And you got fish that are actually on bed that'll try to run this off and eat it strictly out of defense because they're afraid that whatever this is will eat their eggs. And then there's fish that are post spawn that just came off the bed and they're garden fry, and they'll also eat this in defense to try to protect their young. So you can really, it's a multifaceted bait in the spawn. You can catch them in all stages, and that's a real good bait to have on deck this time of year on a grass lake. You'll know you're hitting it right whenever you see a bunch of alligators. There's about, that took about got it. I've seen probably 25 or 30 alligators already this morning, and on you follow, that's a sign that the weather's right. Good God Almighty. That one wanted it, didn't it? That was pretty. That one wanted it and said it was gonna have it. A little chunk, little butt bass. What you want to do is you want to get on this little stuff here and just kind of let your boat sit still for a minute and systematically work fan cast. You want to cover about every 3 or 4 feet, just in case there's one on bed that doesn't want to chase something, but if you brought it right over it, it's liable to bite. I like to take this big easy when I get it, and I'll go ahead and slit the belly of it a little bit. It's already got a little bit of an indentation, but I like to go ahead and slit it pretty good to where when you put this hook in it and you run it down the belly, there'll just be a little bitty thin piece of plastic on the back there. That just gives one less thing for the fish to use to their advantage. Hook will pop through real quick, and Gambler does it like that to where you don't go through a lot of baits. You know, heavier and thicker plastic like that'll hold up longer, but for me, I just as soon get one bite per bait and make sure I get the hook in them. So I'll go ahead and slit it like that. And you just run it up on this, like I said, Gamakatsu, probably a 6/0 extra wide gap. Bring that hook through, and I'll go ahead and just tag it back in that little side there. Keep it from getting hung up in the weeds. Put this little old hard nose on here. Just keeps it one more little thing to make it weedless. There you go. Chunk and wine. Here we go. Got one all over it. Got it. Got her. That's a good one too. That's a big one. That fish followed the bait for 5 or 6 feet. Wasn't gonna hit it. Then I finally stopped it. She got it. We can get her on out of there. That's why you want to have heavy gear right there, because you don't want one of these fish to bury up on the way to the boat and not get in the boat. That's a good one. That fish right there was way back in the slot. Throwing a Gambler, big easy, big hook. That's an extra wide gap from Gamakatsu, about a 6/0, 65-pound braid, Suffix 832. A 710 Ducket Micro Magic, a Lose Inshore Speed Spool. You gotta have big gear to get these fish out. You saw where that fish was way back in there. It's about a 5-pounder. She followed it, I stopped it, she smoked it. That's what you want to have happen right there. See that tail? She's up there trying to get ready for the bed. This fish actually looks like it already came off the bed. That's a nice one. For more information on the products used in this video, click the links below.